Hey, what's up guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. Your favorite Chad from Poland is here. Coming to you live like always. And on this video, we're going to talk about the 7 biggest lies that women tell men all the time. Like, all the time, literally, non-stop. And I've basically compiled a little list here on my notepad. I have about 7 points that I would really like to dive deep into and just share with you my thoughts when it comes to this, because I used to buy into all these lies. I used to believe every single one of them. When I was blue-pilled, when I was weak, when I was beta. And I don't wish that for anyone who's watching this. Because you're going to make a lot of mistakes, you're going to waste a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of just bad energy into all these things. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get straight into the video, alright? So, the very, very first thing we're going to talk about here is that looks don't matter. Your appearance doesn't matter. It's all about your personality. Oh gosh, how many times have you heard this lie? Like, literally. Like, ask yourself this question. How many women out there, on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, are saying this nonsense that looks don't matter? Quite a lot. You see this all the time. And even my own friends used to tell me that when I was younger. My female friends, like before my glow up. Because I can show you a couple of photos here of how I used to look like in the past. And how I look now. And it's a staggering difference. It's a big difference. But the point is, I used to buy into this lie. I used to believe that looks don't matter. It's all about your personality. It's all about being the nice guy, so to speak. It's all about being kind, being caring, being this feminine little beta boy who's always looking for female validation. Because that's what they show on all these movies, right? In Hollywood movies and Disney movies. And people believe these kind of things. But they're so far-fetched. They're so far from reality. And the real world is very different. As a lot of y'all have probably experienced. It's very different. I actually found that attracting women in real life, you need the exact opposite things to attract them than what they show in movies. So, looks matter a lot. They matter a ton. I don't think they're the most important thing, but initially when you're speaking to a chick or before you even met her on social media in real life, the very, very first thing that she's going to notice is your looks. Your appearance, your height, your body, your face. And within that half second, or that 1 second, within the first couple seconds, she's going to make that distinction. She's either going to like you, or she's not. Plain and simple. And if you don't believe me, if you're ever sitting with a chick at a restaurant or at a public place, just ask your chick, or a random girl, or your friend. Point to all these other guys that are walking around. All these other guys are walking around. And ask her, hey, what do you think of this guy? What do you think of that guy? And listen to her response. She's going to tell you, that guy's not my type. That guy, he's just not, he doesn't do it for me. Or, this guy, I don't know, he's not attractive to me. And she doesn't even know these kind of men. She's never met these guys. And she's already making all these assumptions about them. This just proves to me how important looks are today. Especially in the social media world, on dating apps, they matter more than ever. Because it's your marketing. It's your marketing. And then your closing is your sales, when you're talking to the chick. It's just like, I know this is going to be a little bit of a superficial example, but if any of you guys have ever had a nice car, it's just like, let's just imagine you pull up in a Rolls Royce to a club, okay? You pull up on a nice Rolls Royce Ghost. And, you're going to get a lot of, people are going to treat you like a celebrity. They're going to give you all kinds of free treatments, right? But let's just flip the script. Let's imagine, instead of pulling up in a Rolls Royce, you pull up in a Toyota Prius. You're the exact same guy, exact same looks, and you have the same kind of entourage. But now people are treating you very differently. Why? Because I know most people are very superficial, they're very shallow. This is just the world we live in. They're going to judge you based on how you look. Plain and simple. Looks matter a lot. because it's what you represent to the world. It's your marketing. So never forget that. And don't listen to all these women who tell that looks don't matter, because I used to believe that, and after my glow up, it all changed for me. So that's very important. Number 2, I was busy. This usually applies to when you're asking chicks out. When you have, let's say you want to meet up with a girl on a date, you want to hang out with her, and she's always telling you that she's busy. Oh, I don't have the time. I'm busy. I have to do all this work. I have all these errands. I have to do homework. I'm gonna go for a girl's trip, or whatever shit she's telling you. Don't buy into it, because I can tell you, what she's really saying is that she doesn't have the time to meet up with you. You're not attractive in her eyes. Because I can promise you, I know there's probably some guy out there who's saying, but she might be busy, she might have some work to do. Yeah, that's valid. But at the same time, if a girl really likes a guy, she's gonna drop everything just to meet him. I don't care how busy she is. If she's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or if she has to do all these things, she's traveling the world, she's a boss babe, she's still gonna find the time to meet the guy. That's the bottom line. And let's just flip the script. Let's just imagine you're a girl, okay? You're a hot chick. And, out of nowhere, this one hot guy messages you. You're a crush, okay? The guy that you've been dreaming of for years. You've always wanted to sleep with that guy. Okay, and let's just imagine he asks you out on a date. What are you going to say to him? Oh, I'm busy. You would drop everything. Even if you're a really busy chick, you have a real life, you have a career. Yes, that's true. It might happen. But at the same time, even if you were a really busy chick, you would really find that little time, that little time slot just to meet that guy. You would find the time. It's all about priorities and making time for things that are important to you. So the thing is, if a girl never has the time to meet up with you, she's not into you. Plain and simple. If women in America, they're traveling, if women in America travel across the country just to meet Chris Brown, they're paying a couple $1,000 just to, see Chris Brown live at a concert. Or, I don't know, some women are traveling to Korea just to meet up, just to see I forgot the name of the band. There's this one band that's really famous in Korea. If women are spending all their money, they're spending their last savings just to go to a freaking concert, to watch their, famous, their favorite celebrities play live, you can bet that she has the time to meet up with you. Plain and simple. Okay, number 3. I didn't see your message. Again, this is such a big lie, and I don't know why guys believe that. This is so obvious to me, because women are on their phones all the time. Even if they're busy, even if they're boss babes, they have a lot of work to do, women are on their phones 24/7, even more than guys. Like me, for instance. I'm very active on my social media, but I'm not on my phone 24/7. Not to that extent. But women, they're literally addicted to social media on their phones. They get messages all the time. Boop, boop, boop. All the time. Ding, ding. Non-stop. They're seeing every single message. Believe it. So, if a chick is not responding to you, she's not into you. Particularly if you're double messaging her, maybe you're being boring, maybe you're not being attractive in her eyes, maybe you're not being assertive, like whatever it is. The point is, she's not into you if she's not responding to you. That's the bottom line. So, and don't buy into all these lies that these women spew on the internet. I was busy, I had this and that. No. She didn't have the time for you. She didn't want to respond to you. Because again, going back to my previous example, if the right guy showed around, she wouldn't hesitate. She would have no second thoughts. She would just jump straight into it. And that's the thing. Okay? Next one. Number 4. He's just a friend. Oh my gosh. I used to believe that when I was younger. When women told me that they had friends, they had guy friends. Oh man. It's a lie. The reason why she's telling you that is because what she's really telling you, subconsciously or like implicitly, is that she's stringing these guys around as a backup plan. Okay, this is like a backup plan on their eyes. That's why they're stringing them along. Because this happens just in case, you do something wrong. Maybe something, doesn't really mesh with you guys anymore. Something happens. There's some tension going on and you want to leave her. She's going to use them as a backup plan. And she's going to use her guy friends against you. That's why she's telling you that. And also, another thing that you have to know about guy friends. This applies especially to guys who are in relationships or who are married. Whenever a woman has a guy friend that she, keeps as a backup plan, it's usually going to be the guy that she's going to cheat with on you. Most likely. This is why, it's a red flag in my opinion. I would never really date a woman who has a lot of guy friends. I used to be with these kind of women, and they're horrible to be around. Because usually these kind of women, they're very manipulative, they're very... usually they have a lot of agenda going on. They usually love to string guys around. And believe me, you don't want to be with these women. And never buy these lies that these women tell you. Oh, he's just a friend. He's just a bro. No. There's something deeper that's going on. The only exception I can think of is if the guy is actually her dad, her brother, right? Her uncle, her cousin, or something of that nature. But otherwise, no. Don't believe in it. Alright, number 5, the 5th lie. I'm not ready for a relationship. Again, gentlemen, whenever a girl tells you that she's not ready for a relationship, she's not attracted to you. You're not the guy in her eyes. And that's just facts. And I know there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of blue-pilled guys that want to deny this fact completely. They want to say, she's they buy into that lie. They're like, maybe she's not ready. Maybe she has to just, think about things. Maybe she's just really going through a deep emotional trouble now. Maybe she has a lot of emotional problems. Bro, that's not true. Maybe she has some past trauma. No, she's not attracted to you, plain and simple. And I'm sorry to be so black and white with this, but it's the reality. And there's so much nonsense that's being out, that's on the internet. And don't buy into it. Whenever a girl tells you that she's not ready for a relationship, she's not attracted to you. Because again, and I know I'm, repeating myself here. If the right guy showed around, she would drop everything to meet up with him. She would be, she would drop all her, all her self-independent boss babe thoughts, all her, feminist mind. She would drop it. She would forget about it. She would submit to that man. Instantly. She wouldn't have any kind of second thoughts. No. She wouldn't do it. So, if she tells you that she's not ready for a relationship, she doesn't like you. Alright, the 6th lie. You're like a brother to me. You're such a good guy. Again, oh my god, if you ever hear this from a chick, she doesn't like you. You're so deep in the friend zone, my G. Bro, there's no comeback from it. It's going to be really, really difficult for you to get out of this little trap. It's almost next to impossible. It is doable. You can do it. But if it ever happens to, I would just drop this chick. Because you're going to have to go through so much trouble, so many loopholes just to, turn this around. I wouldn't really do it. There's so many great women around. No. Don't bother wasting time on it. On a chick who tells you that kind of thing. Whenever a girl tells you that whenever a girl tells you that she sees you as a friend, it usually means that you've been weak. Or maybe you're not sexually attractive in her eyes. Maybe you're looking good, but you don't really have that confident mentality. You're not an alpha in her eyes. You're a beta male, basically. And that's what she's telling you, implicitly. And that's just how it is. You'll be so much better off to just move on and go for a different chick. Really. Forget about her. That will be my best advice. Alright, the last lie on this list. I usually don't do that. Bro, if you ever hear this kind of thing from a chick, just understand this. She's telling you this to, so that your perception of her is different. So that you don't think of her the wrong way. That's why she's telling you it. Because maybe you have some kind of preconceived notions and beliefs about her, and she's being very superstitious with it. She's being very defensive about this whole thing. And I found that whenever women tell me this kind of thing, they're usually lying for the most part. 90% of the time when a girl tells you that she's never done this, she's lying to you. Because women are very emotional, they're not logical like us men, and they never want to be perceived like the wrong way, especially if they really like a guy. If they really like you, they don't want to be seen the wrong way. Because they see a lot of potential in you, maybe they want to marry you, maybe they see maybe you're very compatible in their eyes, they're very attracted to you. So they don't want to lose that chance. That's why they're telling you that. But be very cautious of it. Whenever a girl tells you that, I don't do that, I'm not used to it, she's probably done it in the past. But she's maybe a little bit ashamed to admit it to you. Maybe she feels a little bit embarrassed about the whole thing. So, yeah. That's usually a strong telltale sign that she's done it. She's experiencing this. Okay. This is going to be a bonus one, by the way. I didn't really want to plug this here, but number 8. You're the only guy I'm talking to. Guys. Really. Are you so stupid? No. Never believe this lie. Especially with the dawn of the internet, with social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, dating apps. Bro, with the invention of these apps, you're not the only guy that she's speaking to. Women on average, even average women, I'm not talking about attractive chicks here, but even average women get way more messages than men. They've actually done studies on this. Even if a guy is really attractive and he has some clout, he's a fitness influencer, or he has some kind of status online, yes, he's going to get some female attention, but it's nowhere near close to what kind of attention a hot chick gets on Instagram, particularly if she has a big following. It's not even close. Okay? You can never compare the two. And actually, I'll tell you this. I have a friend who lives in London. He used to date this one chick some months ago. And she's a supermodel. She has a really big following. She has like 200,000 followers on Instagram. And one time he actually told me this story. He was looking through her phone on Instagram. And he was looking at all the messages she was getting from all guys from all over the world. And she had 3 folders on Instagram. She had her main folder, right? Then she had her general folder, and then she had her requests folder. And the funny thing is, every single one of those folders had at least triple digits. Meaning, she had at least 100 messages or more in every single folder. That's crazy to me. But keep in mind, she's famous, she has a big following, so that means she had at least 300 messages that were sitting in her inbox that she didn't respond to. So imagine how much attention a chick like that gets on Instagram. So no, you can bet you're not the only guy she's talking to. So don't buy into these lies. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We have a free Discord group that you can join down below. And that's about it. Have a beautiful day. Bye.